Hi, everybody, and welcome back to this week's What Are You Reading? It's your favorite segment. You guys all know the drill. You let me know what you are reading, and we'll let you know what we've been reading here at the Better Reading Office. So, type away in the comments. I love to hear what you've been reading, and I'm super excited. We've got a great lineup of books to discuss with you all. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments, post a comment, ask a question, whatever you want. Just do it, and we'll chat about books. It's one of our favorite segments here in the office. So we're really excited to chat with you all today. But before we begin, you might be wondering why we have all the other way, the balloons over here. It is actually our 10th birthday this week. So it's crazy to think that Better Reading has been going on for 10 years. I know some of you have been here from the very beginning. So we thank you all. Better Reading would not be able to function without you guys, the reader. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. And excited to have you here for another 10 years. So to begin with, I'm going to discuss the latest David Dyer, This Kingdom of Dust. And this is a reimagining of a epic moment in history, the moon landing. And it follows three people, Buzz Aldrin and his trip to the moon, his wife Joan, and back on Earth, who was dealing with grief in 1960s America, and journalist Aquarius, who has to write a story that he doesn't want to publish. So if you want to read this, sounds really good. Got great reviews, but it seems so interesting to reimagine what the moon landing might have been all about. So give this one a read, David Dyer, This Kingdom of Dust. And if you want to read an extract from it, there's a link in the comments to follow. So This Kingdom of Dust by David Dyer. And next we have the latest Michael Connelly, The Waiting. And this is another Ballard and Bosch book. So basically when Ballard and the Open Unsolved Unit, a bit of a mouthful, find a DNA linked to a serial killer known as a pillowcase rapist, and they need to move in on their suspect, but it just opens an entanglement of secrets, and they need to move fast and race against time. And she partners up with Bosch and his daughter to help bring down her enemies. You can also read an extract of this on our website, so check it out. In the comments, there is a link to that extract. Okay, I'm going to read a few comments. Caroline, good afternoon. This week she's been reading Long Island by Colm Tobin and We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. Jessica has been reading The Flowers of the Field by Sarah Harrison. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I love that. Anna McKay is currently reading The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife by Anna Johnston and really enjoying it so far. Yes, that book has been so popular and it's just such a beautiful book. I love the idea of, Frederick Fife and this borrowed life and taking on a life and finding this whole new meaning in it in his late stage of life. Wendy, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, Wendy. Happy birthday, Better Reading. She's reading Tumbledown Manor by Helen Brown and listening to The Sea Changes by Meredith Appleyard. Another great book we love here in the office. Kaz is reading Juice by Tim Winton. Oh, we had Tim in the office a few weeks ago and it was really great to talk to him, but scary to think it's all about it's kind of like a dystopian future, but it's kind of like one that is set in reality and it could happen to us. So it's scary to think and really causes you to think about what we need to change to keep the world better due to global warming and everything. Mark just finished The Ledge by Christian White. Great read. Ruth is reading The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. And Jessica says, happy 10th birthday. Thank you so much, Jess. Okay. Not only is it our birthday this week, but it is also Halloween. And we have put together a book list for you all with some of our favorite Halloween spooky reads, spectacular reads. If you have any that are on this list and you'd like to let us know in the comments. But we've got 6 books that I'm going to start going through now. So the first one is Dark Mode by Ashley Kalajian-Blunt. This one is super scary because it's based on, it's sort of like what could happen in real life. So it's not like something that you're like, oh no, like that's super scary, but it can never happen to us. But it's all about the dark web. It's a psychological thriller, and it just explores the terrifying reality of what happens when you let your privacy just go away from, one click at a time doing stuff on the web. And it's about a girl, I think her name's Reagan, and for years she just has not had any online presence. She's gotten rid of social media. She doesn't do anything, and she thinks she's safe until one day she finds a person who's been murdered that looks exactly like her, and it just forces her to face her greatest fear. Super spooky, just the fact, like, just to think about just the things you do every day, like we're on the internet all the time, but to think about how that can impact us in a negative way. So great read, Dark Mode by Ashley Kalacian Blunt. Give that a read for Halloween. And the next one is The Shadow House by Anna Downs. This one is about a mum and how far she'll go to protect her son. She is escaping her abusive relationship, and she and her son flees, and they end up in this small town. But then she finds out that there's another mum and son duo in the past, and it's eerily familiar to her situation. And she realizes that in escaping her own shadowy past, she may have stumbled into someone else's, and this time there might be nowhere to run. So it sounds really spooky, perfect for Halloween. So yeah, Anna Downs. It's just all her books are great. You can't go wrong with Anna Downs. So if you want one perfect for Halloween, The Shadow House is the way to go. Okay, I got a few more comments. Oh, Ruth said Dark Mode was really good and she had an arc of it. Oh, love that for you. I love getting arcs. It's so exciting to be able to read a book before everybody else sees it. Christine says she just bought the Benjamin Stevenson new book, Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret, and she had the awesome privilege of meeting him last night here in Ballarat. Oh, Christine, how was that? I think it's always so much fun when you get to meet the author and see like what they look like and what they're like in real life, and just find out the person behind the name when you've been reading this person's books for so long. I love to meet authors. Yvonne, Jane Harper, Lost Man and the Legacy of Blood by Heather Graham. Lynn just finished As Long as the Lemon Trees Grows, and it was a beautiful story. Christine says Shadow House is brilliant. Thanks, Christine. Eloise is currently reading The New Couple in 5B. It's Lisa Unger, halfway through, and so far it's great. And Ruth says all Jane Harper books are great reads. Yes, they are. Okay, moving on to our next Halloween spectacular read, Australian Ghost Stories. And this is a collection of true crime tales that happened in Australia, so like actual ghost stories that happened. So this one, another one from true events, really scary. And I want to know if you guys have any ghost stories that have happened to you or that you've heard of, and ones that have freaked you out. So let me know. But yes, Australian Ghost Stories by James Phelps. And yeah, it says shocking true crime stories of the haunted, the supernatural and paranormal happenings. And yeah, I don't even know if I want to think about ghost stories because that's really creepy. Okay, so we'll just move away from Halloween for the moment. We'll talk about Authors on Authors. We have a new Authors on Authors episode that has come out. This one was with Melina Marchetta and Tess Woods. I loved it, getting to meet Melina Marchetta. I'm sure lots of you have read all her books and grown up with them like I have, and even read them at school, so that was great. And then Tess Woods, I've recently read The Venice Hotel. I know some of you have as well for preview, so it was great to hear their conversation. And yeah, Ollie will play for us now a little snippet from that.
Do you think it's our love of community? Like, do you think it's, growing up surrounded by family and there's, big bustling community around you? I wonder if that has then translated as we've written.
But I remember she said to me, pretty much, are you willing to do the work? And I thought it was a strange question because I thought, who would say no? But I didn't realise how much work it was. And I remember writing an email to my publisher saying, do you think I could write a fantasy novel? And the next day in block letters it was, of course you can. I just needed someone to say, of course you can.
Yep, so that's our latest Authors on Authors episodes, one of my personal favorites. If you want to watch it, there'll be a link in the comments, and then you can also find on our YouTube channel all the other Authors on Authors we have, and we've got lots more coming out towards the end of the year, so get excited for those. We even have a few Author on Authors special ones as well. Got some more comments I read. Judith said what you just sent me. Oh, so assuming you got a preview. Christine, oh, you lived in a haunted house in Dalesford. Tell us more. What was it haunted from and how did you survive? I don't know. I don't know if I could live in a haunted house. What about you guys? Carol Greg Shepherd, I am reading Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty. Very thought-provoking. I love Leanne Moriarty. All her books are great. Blossom's got the Bible, who have been listening to old book stories from mid to late 1800 to 1900 to help her sleep. Great. Julie is reading Codename Helene by Ariel Lahon and also listening to The Seven Skins of Aja Welding by Holly Ringland and loving all her reads at the moment. I have not read Codename Helene, but I have read Ariel Lahon's latest, I think. Oh, well, it just came out in Australia. It was out in America a few years ago, but I was Anastasia, and it's about Anna Anderson and who claimed to be the long-lost Anastasia Romanov, the last Romanovs, and claimed that she escaped from their execution. Really interesting, really fascinating read. So I am now going to go read more of her. So I might read Codename Helene next. Thanks for the suggestion, Julie. Michelle just finished Paula Hawkins' The Blue Hour. Very good thriller with good suspense, gothic undertones, and mesmerizing characters. Yes, that's a great one. I also think the cover is just so beautiful for that. So love that as well. Scott is reading The Histories by Herodotus. Carolyn says, Verity, I would love to see a Christmas book list like the Halloween one you have just done. I really enjoy reading crime and general Christmas books in the lead up. Don't you worry, we will be doing a Christmas book list as well. We have lots of books to suggest for Christmas, so get ready for that. Thanks for asking, Carolyn. Blossom's got asking somebody else what they're about. Crazy reading everything by set authors, e.g. Ruth Randall. Yes, that's another great thing about What Are You Reading is you don't even have to just listen to our suggestions, but I love the community you guys have and you suggesting books to one another and discussing them there. So definitely feel free to ask people in the comments about the books they're reading. We'd love to chat about it. Okay, got another Halloween book, James Patterson, 20th Victim. This is about when 3 murders happened at the same time in 3 different cities, LA, Chicago, and San Francisco. And the Sergeant, Lindsay Boxer, she has to uncover what the links are between the precise and calculated killings. And yeah, the question is, are the killers villain or heroes? And who will be next? If there's 3 killings, I don't know if I want there to be more, but you have to find out if there's a 4th killing. And yeah, James Patterson, know him, great author. All his books are great. And 20th Victim, a perfect one for Halloween. So yes, there you go. And then another one, Ollie, if you put this up on the screen, we have Bunny by S.E. Tolson, I think. And this is actually Brit's suggestion from The Office. She's read it recently and she was like, it's really scary. It's a haunting, psychological, supernatural thriller. And it delves into the role that addiction plays in family dysfunction and how it inevitably changes everyone around it. So if you're after a spooky read for Halloween and you're into psychological thrillers, Bunny is for you. Highly recommended from Brit at Better Reading. And the last one that we have on our Halloween list is Pet Sematary, a classic. Can you do a Halloween list without a Stephen King novel? Yes, I know all of his are super scary, so perfect for Halloween. I know last week a few of us were discussing how we're too scared to even read his books, but this one is a haunting tale that delves into the depths of human grief and the consequences of trying to cheat death. So if you're after a super spooky book, that's the way to go. Okay, got lots more comments from you guys. Christine says, happy 10th birthday. Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. Ross is currently reading Ascension by Nicholas Binge, a horror novel. Oh, perfect for Halloween. Let me know if you guys are reading any other books, Halloween themed. Love to hear them. And Leslie is reading The Hidden Girl by Lucinda Riley. It's revamped by her son, Harry Whittaker. Oh, that's interesting. Have you read the previous one? I'd love to know how it's been revamped and what's changed and just how her son has added his own twist onto it. Okay, so I know that lots of you love our podcast, but if you didn't know, we have a Better Reading podcast. It is called Stories Behind the Story, and Cheryl talks to some super great authors and just gets to know, the process behind writing and like what inspires them to write and the stories behind the story. And we have a new podcast episode out this week, and it's with Genevieve Gannon, who is the author of Inheritance. And this one I'm super intrigued by, and I'm really excited about this episode because it's a family drama that explores the possibilities and dangers of designing the perfect child. And it's just something that I'm super interested in, the whole thing about the test tube child. And yeah, is it ethical? Is it not? So let us know your thoughts if you've read this book, and yeah, would love to hear it. What else do we have to talk about? Okay. 10th birthday Halloween. And yes, so Better Ask Cheryl, if you guys don't know, Cheryl has over 40 years of expertise, as she's been in the publishing industry for that long. And if you want to pick at her brains, you have the opportunity to. We have this service called Better Ask Cheryl, and basically it's a one-on-one Zoom with her. You can find it on our merch page or in the comments that Ollie just posted there. And it's just, one-on-one, 45-minute Zoom, and you can just ask her anything you want about publishing. So it's for all you aspiring authors, or if you're already an author but just need, a push in the right direction, that's for you. So highly recommend. She has so much knowledge, and I know she just blows me away whenever I talk to her about it. So great thing there for you to do. And then preview. I know some of you have been talking about preview books you received from us, but if you didn't know, we have a program called Preview where you get to receive an advanced reading copy of a book and you get to review it. And so if you want to have the chance to do that, you can sign up to our newsletters. Our newsletter comes out twice a week, and there you'll find all the great latest books and links to where to find them, where to buy them, and links to all the things that we do on our website. So like extracts, you get to read a book and decide if you want to read the first bit of a book, and if you want to buy it, then you can go and buy it then, so you don't have to buy the book and then discover if you like it. So I think that's great. Q&As with authors to find out their process. One of the ones I thought was really interesting recently is Thunderhead. Who's Thunderhead by, Ollie? Off the top of your head, I've forgotten. But Thunderhead was a kid's novel, but at the beginning of each chapter, the author put in a playlist of songs, and in the Q&A. Sophie B, that's right. Love Sophie B, great author. But what she did is she put in a playlist of songs at the beginning of each chapter, and she said in the Q&A that curating that almost took more time than writing the book. So I thought that was really interesting, but also such a clever concept, since the book is all about music and the power of music. And and our reviews on the website. So if you want to get access to all those, you can do sign up for the newsletter, and then in the newsletter it will also tell you when we have a preview coming. There's only a few more left for this year, so if you want to get an ARC, definitely sign up. They're beginning to wrap up because we've got so many more books coming out this year, but we've got lots of previews ready to go next year as well. So highly recommend. And let's read some more comments. Christine says Pet Sematary was one of her first Stephen King books, and you've been hooked ever since. Christine, I'm wondering if you have a favorite Stephen King book. Kim Gosling says The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak. And also one more book just going to talk about, don't actually have it here, but last night we had our 10th birthday party, and it was actually hosted by, so the food was catered by Karima Hassim, and she's the author of the cookbook Sofra, and just the most delicious food, Lebanese food. And I love the cookbook because it's all about her and her mum's relationship between food, because food is so important in the Lebanese culture and just brings family together. So I just wanted to talk about that. It's a beautiful cookbook. So if you can get your hands on that, definitely recommend. We love it. So
We've got a video of the birthday coming out this afternoon.
And one last thing. If anybody has any other comments they want to do, get them in now before we wrap up. But for our birthday, we have Ollie, our wonderful video editor, has compilated a video together, and it just goes through all the years at Better Reading. So if you want to find out what has gone on in the past 10 years and just relive some of our favorite memories at Better Reading, check that out. That's coming out this afternoon on our YouTube channel. So on our YouTube channel, we don't only have authors on authors videos, but we have other ones. We've got book suggestion videos, we have unboxings.
It'll be out on Facebook as well.
It'll also be out on Facebook, and we have Q&As, and we actually had Danielle Binks in the office this week, who's the author, a kids author, YA author, and we did a Q&A with her. So that will be coming out sometime before the end of the year. So get ready for that. So yes, thank you all for joining us for our birthday. What are you reading? Just wanted to say thank you again. We love having you here. We love all of you guys for joining us every Thursday for What Are You Reading? And yeah, the company wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you so much for your support. We love you all. We love chatting with you. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you.